Run Dreams.
What up? It's the Run Dreams podcast. James here. Got my boy Pat back again. Pat, what up, bro?
What up, bro?
For starters, man, I know you seen this trade shit going on, bro.
Of
What you
course.
think? Paul
I
George
mean,
to Oklahoma.
yeah, like as we're recording this, it's like maybe an hour or maybe like 2 hours. It's been announced Paul George is going to OKC. Crazy, but I'm not too crazy about the deal, to be honest with you.
Same
I'm
here.
Yeah, like I'm happy to see Russell get some help, but it's just not exciting. I don't know.
Right. I think it's not an upgrade. That's kind of like how I look at it. It's like you had Kevin Durant before that, and then I think everybody could say confidently that Kevin Durant's a better player than Paul George.
Of course, yeah.
So it doesn't change anything. If anything, they have like the same team they had, and
Yeah,
maybe just a tiny bit worse. But they haven't added anybody in the free agency. So I guess we'll see. But I feel
true.
like their starting lineup, for the most part, is pretty good.
They
I think
lost
it's their bench though.
they lost Oladipo, right?
Yeah, he was a
Wow.
starter for them. I think
Wow.
their problem has always been the bench. Their bench is terrible.
Yeah, it's
Like
true.
every time they come out, Russ comes out, they don't know how to play. So
I just don't feel like that place. I mean, it's obvious at this point. It's not a destination for a lot of players, man. Nobody wants to go to Oklahoma. Let's just keep it real.
right,
Um, and on top of that, their success, like the success they had with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook and stuff, that was very like homegrown. You know, they were drafted there, and
yeah,
it was like I don't see them bringing superstars. You know, like if anything, they have to just kind of hope that they acquire somebody through draft picks or something in the future. I don't see this happening as a, quote unquote, an answer for the Golden State. Definitely not. Not even close.
What do you think about the Timberwolves?
Timberwolves look great. I'm not gonna lie. They just, as a matter of fact, since uh, as it's recording, Ricky Rubio has been traded to the Utah Jazz.
Oh
So
shit, for real, I didn't even notice.
yeah, so I'm not sure what that means for their point guard position at this point, but you know,
They
they're
got
looking like
Teague.
they're.
They got Jeff
That's
Teague.
that's that's true. I forgot about that. Oh, so yeah, that team's official then.
Yeah,
That's- yeah, they're gonna put in work then.
hell yeah, they young. They got a
Yeah.
little. They got two veterans on the squad.
Yep.
They looking good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
not championship good, but if you talking about the future, they got
Oh yeah.
something, man.
They're definitely. I mean, if they don't make the playoffs this year, I'd be surprised. That's
Oh yeah,
basically like
yeah.
what I'm looking
Somebody's
at.
getting fired, bro. Real
Tibbs.
talk.
Nah. But here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. It's like, and I'm sorry, we're probably gonna bring this up a lot. It's still not enough for Golden State, man.
Yeah, it's fucking
Golden State is
ridiculous,
just
man.
it's so ridiculously good that you have to like have like a true super team like answer, and that's not. I haven't seen that yet.
Nah,
Um,
hell no.
we're gonna see, I guess, what happens with Gordon Hayward. I don't know where he's gonna land. He's one of the free agents that hasn't, you know, signed anywhere yet. Maybe he'll be the difference maker that gives somebody their third star. Jimmy's gone. The Bulls just waived Rondo, so like,
Oh shit, for real.
yeah, I don't,
I mean,
man.
I kind of seen that coming though, cause they look like they about to clean house.
Yeah, it's sad that Wade just signed an extension though, man. He's kind of just gonna sit there, I guess.
What I seen a press conference. They was talking about. GM was talking about how he's gonna work on get doing a buyout basically,
Wow.
cause they're just trying to restart everything. So that should be good for Wade, cause he gets his money at the end of the day.
Yeah, he gets his
I
money.
think Wade just needs to go back to the Heat, bro. Just
Yeah.
it's not a good look at this time in his career for him
Mm.
to be going to different teams and shit.
No, man. I mean, let's not, reminisce on the sadness that was Kobe Bryant's final years. That was
Yeah,
sad, man. Like he was literally on a D League team, and he's like one of the greatest players of all time, bro. And he was just
right.
like, I don't want to see Wade go out like that either, man. I have some respect for like dudes like that, man. I don't want to see that. It's the same
Yeah,
deal right now with someone that we're obviously going to speak in pretty deeply about, which is Carmelo Anthony. He's been doing that for the past couple of seasons as well.
oh my god, man. the Knicks, bro. Don't get me started on that shit. I mean, for starters, thank God they got rid of Phil, man.
Yep.
It's not gonna solve all the damn problems, but
Nah, it's a step in the right direction, but
right,
it's not gonna do much since I think the whole thing is just plagued right now, man. There's no there's not even a silver lining in all of this. Like I don't see anything good happening in the next 2 seasons at least. Like I don't see any good outlook, but you'd be surprised, man. Crazier things have happened, but just as a Nick fan, I can say that I'm not expecting anything great this year. It's probably another tank season, whatever.
yeah, man. We can't catch a damn break, man. Like they could have at least fired this dude before the draft, because then we could have at
Yeah,
least picked someone that was decent.
I don't
Who
even know
knows,
who.
man?
We got some French dude who's like 18, bro.
I mean, who knows?
Who
I
knows?
thought the
Yeah,
same shit about Porzingis, but
yeah,
I'm not. It does. At this point, it doesn't matter. Like I'd rather go with someone like Dennis Smith Jr. or Malik Monk
yeah. That's who I
that
thought we were gonna
has a
draft.
better chance
Yeah,
of being a star in New York, because they're already gonna have that pressure on them right away since there's nobody on that team,
yeah,
and we don't need somebody trying to figure out how to be a pro. We need somebody that has like confidence in their game, and those two guys, big time confidence guys that could score buckets. So
yeah.
it is
That's
what
true.
it is, though. But we got more problems than a draft pick, man. Like they have to figure out how this roster is gonna look at the start of the season, and I don't know, man. A lot of talk going on about Melo getting a buyout, Melo staying there,
I
but
think I think he's
a lot of
gone, man.
confusion.
I think he's
Yeah,
gone. Yeah.
he's gotta go, man. He's gotta go.
Just as a basketball fan, I don't want to see Melo go through this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a
Nah,
basketball fan before I'm a Knicks fan, and
yeah,
just for the love of the game, I want every great player historically to have a chance. You know, he hasn't had a
exactly.
chance, bro.
This regular season Melo is not doing it for everybody. Everybody's
Nah.
just, oh, Melo's washed. Isn't like
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not his fault that that's happened. I mean, you you can blame him
definitely
whatever,
not.
but
Definitely not.
his reputation has taken a hit because of this, man. Like he's too great to be like. I mean, people are gonna talk. They're always gonna talk, but it's just like there's nothing for him to sort of answer back with because he has no postseason presence for the past like 5 years, bro. Not well, maybe not five, but like four, right? 13, I think was the last time Knicks made it. I'm not
Yeah,
even
it
sure.
was 2013.
Yeah. So, it's like he hasn't even had a chance to have a response to any of the hate because he can't make it to the postseason because of the bum ass team he's on. I just hope that
Yeah.
if he does land somewhere, that it's a team with a legit shot, man. I do not want to see him, somehow end up on like the Hornets or something. Like that's gonna that's gonna be sad, bro. Like the Hornets or like God forbid he ever goes to Brooklyn Nets. Like that'd
Oh
be
my
horrible,
God,
bro.
no.
Like nah.
At the end of the day, we're looking at uh Cavs versus Golden State for the fourth year straight. That's what
um,
it's looking like, man. Because
unbelievable, man.
fucking Boston can't get a goddamn trade, and because this motherfucker don't know how to do any trades, he just knows how to hoard picks.
That's
Like
crazy,
this,
man.
how do you let Jimmy Butler and Paul George go to other teams for virtually nothing? Because the
So
guys they got traded for are like kind of like almost B minus type of players in the NBA.
yeah.
I've never seen that shit before, bro.
So
This is
here's
crazy.
yeah. So here's what I'm not understanding then. Why did they trade the number one pick then if they were gonna do this? Like just pass on everybody.
They traded it because they thought that they were gonna get Gordon Hayward
And
in
Paul
the off
George.
season,
Oh,
and then Paul George do a trade. The
yeah.
problem is that this dude Danny Ainge, he's not trying to give up any picks. I'm
Mm.
sure if he would have threw all his picks, all his first round picks at the Pacers, plus fucking I don't know Jay Crowder, they wouldn't need Jay Crowder if they signed Gordon Hayward
No, they
and
wouldn't.
Paul George. Trade
No.
him. You could trade Marcus Smart. I don't know. Maybe Avery Bradley. I wouldn't really trade him though because he's
Nah.
kind of
He can ball.
somebody important on their roster. But
Yeah.
they point is they had a lot of assets to trade, and they're not drawing any interest from those teams. So you got to ask yourself, what's the relationship between Danny Ainge and other GMs that he can't get through to them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Boston, as far as their future is concerned, I don't see them having as crazy as a season they did this year. They will next year. I don't see that happening. They were number one seed, right, in the East.
Yeah.
Like, what's the issue then? Like, that seems like
I don't
anybody that
know.
wants to
Dudes
win
don't
should
want to
go
play
there.
there, man.
That's crazy.
Dudes don't want to play there. It's like Blake could have did something and played there, but it looks like he's about to just re-up with the Clippers.
Man, the Clippers that's just sad right there, man. That situation looks horrible, bro. Like,
Yeah, they got to get rid of fucking Doc, man.
Doc,
This dude,
he
this
ain't
dude
did
Doc
shit.
Rivers, bro.
I said like, I was like, yo, Doc hasn't done shit since 2008, bro.
Bro,
That's
he's like
almost
he's
10
a
years, bro.
like his flaw is that he's such a player coach,
Yeah,
and it's like coming to bite him in the ass because he can't like be business minded and go, all right, I gotta trade this guy for the better of the team.
right.
This dude has kept the same roster for like almost 3 years, man. Like, you're not getting anywhere. You have to do something. And now it's too late because it's like, yo, we've been playing together for 4 years now and we're not doing nothing. We keep getting eliminated in the first round, second round.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to fucking trade your son, do something, bro.
Yo, speaking on that, I'm sorry, bro, but that just seems unethical, bro, to have your son on your team. I'm sorry. Just there's something wrong there. And I'm not saying
Yeah.
Austin Rivers is whack. I think he's a good player. But even Chris Paul, when he kind of had like an interview post him becoming a Houston Rocket, where he was kind of speaking on that Austin Rivers gets kind of like a different treatment than the rest of the players. Like, you kind of
Yeah.
already knew that was sketchy, bro. Like, I never heard of that before, man. Like, only in high school or something I've had, or
Yeah.
college players, but professionally, that just seems weird, man.
It
I don't
is
know.
weird, man. And you got to think as far as what the players think as well. They always thinking in their head like, oh, that's his son, so he's going to get playing time over me. There's always going
Yeah.
to be like a little
Yeah.
animosity there, so it's just never a good look.
The real loser in all of this is DeAndre Jordan, though.
Oh my
Because,
gosh,
bro.
he's got to be feling sick right now.
Bro,
If I was him, I would be like Cuban Gooding Jr. just throwing the punches.
what?
Like, this nigga, like
Bro.
y'all told me to
That's
stay.
crazy. That's crazy, man. Like, literally, the whole locking him in the room situation, all that crazy shit, and he would have had like, I mean, his situation in Dallas probably wouldn't have been that great anyway. But
It's
it would
just
have
the
been
principle, man.
it would have been a change of yeah, true.
It's
Change of
just the
scenery.
principle.
And like, you didn't, I mean, they never got out of the first round, bro.
Yo, bad, what up? Yo, bad, what up? We bless me, bless me. Yeah, love. I've been on the go, trying to fit a soul. Time is on the wrist, life is at the door. Got the hope, a nigga got the most, a nigga got the dream, a nigga got to go. Got to go, I said I got to go. Pray to God I never meet an obstacle. 2,500 for the month 3. Got a nigga feeling like Spike Lee. Niggas hating, but your girl really like me. But I'ma keep sipping on this iced tea. I'm oh, so cold. And if you don't know, nigga, now you know. What's the scenario? Rest in peace to Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace to Fight Dog. I'm blessed for show, I'm blessed to go, I'm blessed for life, I'm blessed for more. Run dreams, nigga. I'ma make it better. I will if I want to. Make them understand. There's nothing I won't do. I'ma make it better. I will if I want to. Make them understand. There's nothing I won't do.
Speaking of like movies and shit, like what movies have you seen that are dope in your opinion? Like lately, I don't even think I've seen a movie. Well, Get Out was really dope. You saw that,
Get
right?
Out was fire, fire, fire.
Fire,
I'm a big
definitely.
ass movie guy. If I
Yeah,
wasn't doing music, I would totally be in film in some type of way. That's what I wanted to go to school for.
yeah,
Um, but I watch movies all day, every day, even like the most trash movies. So that's why, like, I'm very like when I see someone that's like really opinionated and like just has these crazy things to say about a movie, it makes me laugh in a way because it's like, bro, you haven't seen bad. Like I've seen some shit and I'm like, why the fuck did I waste an hour and a half watching this shit? So I watch things, with everything that I watch in mine because I watch movies literally all day. Just like the most random shit that you would think like, where'd you find
yeah.
that movie? I don't know. Just that's how I am. I just be looking for movies and shit like that.
I want to give a quick shout out to one of the worst movies I saw on Netflix a while ago. It was a knockoff of Transformers called Transmorphers. That shit
What
was straight
the
ass.
title sounds bad.
I'm dead
Just
ass.
because
That
you
shit is
said that
so
shit, I
fucking
want to I want
bad.
to check it out.
Please do. It's like I thought this shit was like a typo or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But then I noticed it was like cheap ass CGI and shit. I'm like, ah, damn. That shit is bad though. But yeah, Get Out
Get Out
was
was
fucking amazing.
fire.
You saw Doctor Strange? That shit was. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah,
Yeah,
that shit was
yeah.
fire.
Doctor Strange was dope. Guardians of the Galaxy, dope.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, Wonder Woman.
I didn't see it. Oh no, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did see it. I
Wonder
didn't like it that
Woman.
much, man. I didn't
Why
like it.
didn't you like it?
I dead ass thought it was boring.
Now, are you a Marvel guy or a DC guy?
I'm just this. I like both, man. I mean, Batman's my favorite superhero of all time. So I don't know if that qualifies as being a DC guy or not. I do think the Marvel movies are executed better,
Okay. Well,
but I don't hate DC though. Definitely not.
my thing, I'm a DC guy all the way, but I'm not.
Okay.
I don't like hate on Marvel movies or anything like that. Like I watch them with the same amount of respect as anything DC related.
Yeah.
But the Wonder Woman for me, like it was an important movie because we've never had a superhero movie like just about a girl. Like it's funny,
Facts.
like couple of weeks ago I was at Publix and I seen this girl, little girl, she was wearing a Wonder Woman costume. Like this is when the movie was out. So I'm
Right.
like, yo, that's dope, man. Like
That is dope.
she looks funny wearing this costume around. Like it's not Halloween or anything,
Nah.
but it's dope the type of impact that movie had. For me,
Yeah, it is
it
dope.
was a lot bigger than just the actual movie itself. And it's not like the movie wasn't well done. I mean, obviously there's elements in the movie where you go like, all right, I wish there wasn't so much of this like talk and shit.
Yeah.
It's just some more action. But I feel like if you understand the difference between DC and Marvel, then you can watch the movies with a different type of mind state because DC is more of a storytelling superhero brand. Marvel is like just all action shit. Like there are
Hmm.
stories within Marvel, but the DC world is like very story oriented. Like they go deep into these stories. I feel like they spend a little too much time trying to explain stories in the movies, and that's why some people don't like them.
Yeah.
But it's everybody. It's not meant for everybody, I
No,
guess.
definitely not.
But
I mean,
I thought it was dope. I appreciate that cause if you would have asked me this like a year ago, I probably
yeah.
said it before. I don't know, but I wasn't looking forward to the movie at all. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see no fucking Wonder Woman movie. It's just gonna be boring. But then when I seen it, I'm like, yo, this is dope, man. You
Yeah,
gotta
like
give them credit just for this alone, just for putting
no,
this
that
shit out,
was
making that work.
yeah, that was big. First of all, for especially the reason like you stated, like even for political reasons, that shit was big because of all this shit. Finally giving a woman a standalone movie, which has been an actual, which I didn't like it personally, but plenty of people did.
Right.
You look at the movies that superhero women have been stars of in the past, and they are fucking trash, son. Like, do you
Yeah.
remember Catwoman?
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. Elektra, that was crazy. Like, these were bad
Yeah,
movies.
and this
This
movie
one
got good
has been well received.
ratings.
Yeah.
Good, definitely good ratings. The Tupac movie been getting
I still
blasted,
ain't see it.
getting
I still ain't see it.
blasted. Just my opinion. I made a video on this shit too. It's not a
Okay.
bad movie. It's not, but that goes to my point that I was saying earlier. I watch a lot of movies though, so
Yeah.
this is coming from somebody that's not hard on movies like other people. Cause I know a lot of people. They go home, they watch TV shows. They probably watch the best TV shows out. You know what I'm saying? So they got these like high expectations coming into the movie, and it's like,
Right.
nah, this shit garbage, bro. Like, no, it's not bad. It's just there's stuff missing from the movie, and you feel that in the movie, but
Right.
it's not. If I had to like say, oh, go check it out in the movies, no, I would say don't. I wouldn't say go check it out in the movies if you're somebody that's not, open to different type of movies. Like you want to see some dope shit, and if it's not
Right.
dope, you don't want to watch it. I would say just wait for it to come out on DVD, Netflix, whatever, Redbox. Just wait.
So, in your opinion, was it better than Notorious?
Absolutely not. I don't think
Okay.
any of those movies were good, to be honest with you though. Like even Notorious, I don't think was crazy either. I
No.
liked it, but it's like on that same type of category as the Tupac movie, because there was a lot of stuff that they could have did better. And
Yeah.
whenever that's the case with a movie, that means you didn't cover everything. Like people are holding this movie to the standards of Straight Outta Compton. It's not fair because Straight Outta Compton had way better actors
Yeah.
in that movie. And this movie, they hired like pretty raw actors. The only established one was the lady that played Tupac's mom, which she's on The
Yeah.
Walking Dead. So
Yeah. She plays Michonne.
obviously,
Yeah.
yeah, she knows how to act, and she's not in the movie a lot. So that already shows you the direction.
Yeah.
It's like the movie stands alone on this one guy who's never had an acting role before. So it's kind of like you tell me how you think that's gonna go.
So they just casted him simply based on the fact that he looks like Tupac. That's crazy.
Basically, that's like legit the only reason why they cast him. Now, don't get me wrong. When you watch this movie, he's gonna be because he's the main focus. That's all you're gonna focus on.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna watch everybody else, and you're gonna notice like, all right, these guys they could have picked better actors. With that being said, like I feel like he did better than anybody else in the movie. At some point in the movie, you start to feel like, all right, this dude, like you start to just think like, all right, this is Tupac.
Yeah.
You just kind of think that in your mind. There are elements in the movie that are kind of like cringy and shit, but it's like it just depends on your mindset when you watch movies, man. If you're somebody that's like really harsh on movies, don't watch it, man. It's not for you.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that's just like cool, open to movies like how I am, it's not a bad movie, man. I've seen a lot worse than that shit. That fucking damn, that Aaliyah movie,
Oh my
garbage.
god, bro, stop it!
It's
That shit
fucking
was straight
garbage.
trash.
But they
They
making it
had
seem like it's on that, like on the Aaliyah level. Like, nah, it's not. It's a
no.
dope movie to watch just to learn more about, not learn, but to get a visual of what Tupac dealt with in his life. Cause you know all the stories already. We know all these
Yeah.
things that happened to Tupac, but to get an actual visual of these scenarios playing out, it's kind of cool in a way to see it act out. You just wish that the acting itself was a little better, and that they actually made an effort into explaining certain stuff, because that movie is extremely fast. Like this dude is a kid, then he's a teenager, then he's an adult, then he dies. It's like that
Yeah.
shit is like it's way too fast. There's mad parts in the movie where I go like, yo, you gotta explain that, bro. Like that's too much. That's way too fast. You can't just skip over that fast, bro.
Well, that's kind of similar, I think, what they're gonna end up doing with Well, I mean, no, it's not similar. It's a Pac movie, but I'm talking about in Spider Man, that comes out next week. I don't think they're gonna sort of go into the origin part. You know?
But my question for you is this: do you think that they have to?
No.
Cause we've like 10,000 fucking Spider-Man movies already.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't know
Yeah.
Spider-Man story,
Yeah, that's what I'm
like you
saying.
could go back and watch the other ones.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm so sick of the fucking him getting bit
Uncle
by the
Ben.
spider, Uncle Ben getting shot. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, that shit's tired, man. But I don't know. I have high hopes for this shit though. I mean,
Yeah,
the
that shit's dropping on my
official.
birthday, man. I'm definitely watching
That's
that
true.
shit.
That's true. Because the true Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, they don't fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't fuck around, man.
That's
Like,
one thing I respect about Marvel uh,
yeah,
over DC is that the way they put these movies together, they're very patient with it, man. If I
yeah,
have
they
to
are.
critique DC, which, like I said, I'm a bigger DC fan, but if I got to say something about DC is they move too fast, just straight out. This
Yeah.
Justice League movie obviously was made to be in competition with some Avenger shit.
But you
Because if
cannot
they
front.
if they rolled
You know
this
what I'm
out
saying?
slowly, this would have been different.
You know what I'm saying? But you cannot front. You cannot sit here and tell me that Batman versus Superman and Suicide Squad were both good. You cannot do that,
Bro,
son.
I did not have any problem with the Batman Superman movie when I seen the extended version and Suicide
But
Squad. I I didn't have a problem with it. I rated it like a 75. For me, those scores are fine. But for other people, when a movie's a 70 or 75, it's garbage. Like
nah,
I
that's
don't
OD.
see it like
Nah.
that. For
Yeah,
me,
nah.
like a 70 is decent. Like I feel like I didn't waste my time at least. When I
Here's
go
the thing, right? With Batman versus Superman, I agree. I do think they were a little harsh, right? But Suicide Squad, bro, I tried watching this shit again. I can't like the bar scene where they all go and have drinks and shit.
yeah.
What the fuck, bro? That shit was like that shit was straight fucking unnecessary. That scene alone that lasted like 30 minutes, yeah. And they're just drinking, talking crazy shit about like their past and shit. It's just unnecessary, man. Like, and there's a few scenes like that in that movie. Like, I don't know. I just can't watch that shit again.
Yeah,
BVS, I'll give
it's
that another
not that
shot.
I don't even blame them either, man. I blame like just the owners, the people that own the rights to
Yeah,
these movies because they want to compete with Marvel so bad that they force the directors to rush through these things. Because
yeah.
if you look at the people that are directing these movies, they're dope as fuck, bro. Like Zack Snyder, Watchmen.
He's a legend,
I've
bro.
seen Watchmen like I have the DVD, bro. I've watched this shit
Yeah,
mad times. That's fucking iconic right there. So when you
Zack Snyder's a
think,
legend.
yeah, when you think him doing like fucking, Justice League or Superman versus Batman or Man of Steel, like you think this shit's gonna be epic, and in some ways, like there's like glimpses of like yes, this like they have these little pockets in there when they're fighting and shit where you
Yeah,
go like yeah, that's the shit I want to see, and then it goes back to that dialogue shit again, and it's like
yeah.
it's not a good. They don't have a great balance of giving the viewers what they want to see. Cause
I
I mean
think
that's let's be honest, man. The reason why people fuck with Marvel so much is because they just there's no fucking the plot for all the movies are the same, but all they do is just show action the whole fucking movie. Like niggas just be fighting the whole damn movie and shit like that. It's not the only movie that I will say is an exception to that was Captain America, Civil War. They definitely went out for that one. That one was dope.
But here's the thing, right? Here's why I think that gets accepted on Marvel side and maybe not DC so much is because we all know that there's sort of there's a climax here. Like
Yeah,
we're
there's an
waiting
end
for
point.
the
So it's
stones and shit.
accepted. Cause like
Yeah.
I use this example when people say something about Batman versus Superman. I tell them, bro, you gonna tell me the first Avengers and the second one was fucking like amazing? Like it
The second one was
wasn't.
trash. The
They
second one
were,
was straight
bro.
ass.
The plot was like so fucking simple. The most of
Yeah.
the time, like the entertaining part of it was just seeing them all on screen. But as far as the storyline in the movie, it was none. It was so fucking simple. Bad guy got created. Let's beat him up. That's it. There's really nothing to it. Like there's
But that's
no like
Batman versus Superman, bro.
what. Yeah, but that's why I compare it. Is like you can't give that rating. Uh, the Avengers want a higher one, and then say, "Oh, Batman vs Superman is just completely trash." Like
No.
we gotta hold everything to the same standards, and
Yeah.
not being. At some point, people are harder on these DC movies. Is like basically the point I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But the Captain America one, the last one they put out, that one was dope because it has so much backstory to it as far as it being involving Tony Stark's parents and
Exactly.
all that
Yeah.
shit. Like that shit
Bucky
was
and shit.
dope
Yeah.
because they had a layers to that movie. I appreciate when they make they balance it out a little bit when it's not too much talking and not too much action. It's like kind of there in the middle. They balance that out good.
Yeah. So that's going to be, I mean, for as far as DC is concerned, the Batman movie, we're waiting for that. And
Yo,
then
the dude that's directing it, Planet of the Apes director, I don't know his name, but
dope. The
he's
Planet of the Apes shit is fucking crazy.
yeah. I'm okay with him doing the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Definitely okay
And then
with that.
and then the Justice League movie, which, like I said, I don't like the fact, or like you said, I don't like the fact that they're competing with Marvel in that sense. It's like we don't need a Justice League movie this early on, man.
Yeah, that's my
Like,
thought process behind it as well. I don't feel like it's necessary, but they're
no,
doing it. It's not them. It's like the people that own the rights to these characters. It's not characters, but just the brand itself. They're
yeah,
trying
Warner
to
Bros.
push
And
it
shit.
out because it's like, oh, let's do this. Because it's like all the money thing. It's like first the movies come, then the merchandise, then the rides. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? It's like they want all this money coming in, and then from there they'll slow down. I just wish that they would take time and develop these characters, make people have some type of, because that's another reason why people go into the movies and leave with a certain feeling. Like you could go and leave a Iron Man movie or a Thor movie and it be subpar and you still enjoy yourself because they've built these characters up for you. So you kind
yeah,
of don't want to leave the movie thinking like, oh, this shit was garbage. Like nobody really ever leaves it, even though realistically speaking, these movies they never really have a deep story to
no,
it. There's not any deep layer to it besides what's on the surface. But when it comes to the DC shit, like you just kind of get a movie and then they move on to the next character, and
yeah,
then you get Justice League. So you don't have any time to like kind of grow with the
yeah,
character and be like, so that way when you do get a movie and it's not completely the greatest movie, you still don't come out hating, the whole DC brand. So they kind
yeah.
of set themselves up with that shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's just because like Marvel changed the game, man. Because like you got everybody nowadays waiting after a movie to see if there's like an after credit scene
Right.
because you know what I'm saying? Because
Even
they
at a
just have
DC movie.
yeah,
Like they just hold it to that, like, oh, is there gonna be some shit at the end? Like, nope, this is DC, we don't do that. Like that's how they change the game. Like any
yeah.
superhero movie has to have a thing at the end.
After yeah, everybody's waiting for like, oh, let's see how this
Yeah.
pans out or some shit. Which Guardians of the Galaxy had like fucking 5, bro. That shit was OD as fuck.
Yeah. I didn't feel like any of them were important too, man.
No, they weren't.
I was like, come on, bro. When you gonna get to this Thanos shit?
Yo, I'm telling you, like when that happens, that's probably gonna be like the top grossing movie ever.
Yeah,
The
man.
Infinity
They've been
War
setting
shit.
Thanos up for mad long already.
Hell yeah, bro. Since the first Avengers movie, right?
Yeah, I hate putting things like this out there. It's fucking terrible to say, but like, yo, you don't want the actor that's playing him to die and shit before you get to actually get
True.
to create the movie, and then you
But
gotta fucking cast somebody else.
to say an even more fucked up statement that I don't want to bring to life is that they could just CGI him, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's fucked up.
they've been they've been doing this shit too long, bro. They're not about to let nobody's death stop them from
Shit.
this shit releasing, bro.
Fuck that. We're CGI him.